From the masters of the universe, Snout Spout. His knockout nose knocks evil out.
It's Hordak!
I have the power!
Figures sold separately. Snout Spout, heroic hose nose.
My brother's in trouble!
How do you know?
I know!
Until now, Jones had it easy. But now it's gonna get real hard. Cobra's hired evil twin brothers, leaders of the Crimson Guard.
Welcome to the newest edition of TNI News with your host, JC. Everybody, JC here, and welcome to another edition of TNI News. And we've got a lot to cover today. We've got G.I. Joe, Marvel Legends, McFarlane Toys, and a whole bunch more. So let's just jump right into it. Yesterday, if you were living under a rock or something, you may have missed it, but Hasbro had another one of their live streams, this time with the G.I. Joe brand team, where they showed off a number of new products. So, in typical Hasbro fashion, many of these images leaked out before the actual live stream, but nevertheless, we got better looks at some of those figures. We got new digital renders, and of course, we also got some just name reveals. So, for just the name reveals, Hasbro announced that we're getting a new Dial Tone figure. So, another communication specialist for your G.I. Joe team. And then on the Cobra side, they announced that we're getting a Saw Viper. So if you read the comics, you know the Saw Viper wiped out a bunch of Joes, including, I believe, if I remember correctly, Quick Kick. So if you end up getting the new Quick Kick figure, you can shortly afterwards have your Saw Viper blow him away. Oh, and then at the very end, they also gave us the name of a Frag Viper. Yes, Frag. That is an actual name of a figure that Hasbro did. I mean, seriously, what the frag? But, and actually, did they steal that from Lobo? I don't know.
Casey Kryptonian thinks he can frag the man.
But anyway, Frag Viper is coming as well. Now that one is going to be released way down the line. So Emily screwed up and said there was going to be 9 pre-orders instead, or maybe it was 8 pre-orders instead of 7 pre-orders. So as a bonus, they gave us that extra name. Now, as far as digital renders go, we got some pretty cool looks at upcoming figures, all of which are repaints. You know, Hasbro loves to repaint their figures. And I gotta say, most of these actually do look better than the original releases, which again is something Hasbro likes to do often. Give us something better so that we have to go buy the same damn figure again. But for the first digital render, we've got Beachhead. So Beachhead, definitely, this version of Beachhead looks much more like, you know, the cartoon comic original counterpart, original toy, as opposed to the one that we got early on in the line as a Target store exclusive, which, you know, I think many people missed out on. So this is one that I'm definitely, you know, glad that they're doing. And in fact, all of these are actually pretty cool, because the other two that they showed off are army builders. So one of which was an Amazon exclusive with Eel, which I know, you know, many people missed out on. So that's one that I think people will be happy with. And then the Snow Serpent, which definitely looks more like the original toy with the lighter blue colors on it. That definitely has a look and feel more so to the original action figure than the one that they just did. I like the one that they just did, and that one also has more accessories. So, you know, those were deluxe figures. These will be just regular releases on the retro card backs. And of course, you know, if you want to collect all the figures on the retro card back and leave them on the card back, which I know there are collectors out there who are probably going to do that, and I'm even kind of debating on whether I want to do that or not. Frankly, I would be happy if Hasbro just switched over all their figures to retro card backs, as opposed to doing the standard window box packaging, which, by the way, we got to look at with these new figures, you know, the return of window box packaging to the G.I. Joe line. So, you know, those of you who hated the windowless packaging, you can now scratch one more thing off your list that you have to complain about. The final digital render was another vehicle that will be coming to the line, possibly as a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. That seems to be how they're doing all their vehicles, directly through Pulse, and I don't know why that is, but nevertheless, the Cobra Ferret, which we knew was coming, it was one they had told us was coming. We had actually gotten a glimpse of it in the packaging with another figure. I forget which one. But the Cobra Ferret, the ATV, is on the way, and this is going to have a new figure with it because the original ATV did not have a figure. So this is essentially a new figure to the line. It is a female driver, scout, I believe they call it. She has the motorcycle helmet, though. Come on, Cobras don't need motorcycle helmets. That seems like kind of redundant, but it looks good. But I just, you know, Cobra soldiers wearing helmets and trying to protect themselves. Yeah, no, that's not how Cobra works. But anyway, you know, that one's going to be coming sometime down the line. And again, my guess is probably will be some type of Hasbro Pulse exclusive, unfortunately. What it's going to cost is hard to say. And we're going to touch base on that a little bit more when we get to the HMS missile system, which was shown off yesterday and also went up for pre-order, again, as a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. Also going up for pre-order was another round of Tiger Force figures. This is actually a 2-pack, so 2 figures, not for the price of one, because the cost of this set is going to be $54.99. Last time I checked, it was still available for pre-order. It is Roadblock and Tripwire. So if you didn't like your first Roadblock and Tripwire, if you missed out on that Amazon exclusive Roadblock, you might want to check this one out. If you don't mind your guys having tiger stripes on them. Though honestly, with Roadblock, he looks pretty good. You know, the helmet has the tiger stuff on it, but you can easily take that off. Tripwire, I'm less impressed with. I'm not a huge Tiger Force fan, so I probably will definitely be passing on this set, and I'm pretty happy with the Roadblock and Tripwire that I already have. And of course, the previous Tripwire, which was a deluxe figure, was sold as a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, and I'm not sure if that's still available or not. And then we got the general release wave, which I talked about the other day when initial images had leaked out early. And of course, now we've gotten better looks at those figures. And of course, these figures are now available for pre-order. So these include the Dreadnought Torch, which I gotta say, Hasbro has done a fantastic job with this figure. Possibly a contender for figure of the year. But that one is gorgeous in my opinion, even with the misspelling on the tanks, which according to Lenny was deliberate as kind of something to be humorous about. Torch apparently cannot read or spell. Anyway, the figure's gorgeous. You can take the tank off. He has the spikes on the back of his jacket, which look really good. The glasses do not appear to be removable, which is very nice because that was very annoying with the Buzzer figure. Torch is like I say, a strong contender for figure of the year. If the final product ends up looking as good as what we saw yesterday, I definitely feel like that could be a winner for the figure of the year. And then we've got the Doc figure, which again, I think Hasbro did a fantastic job on this one. Giving us the stretcher that folds up, and you can in fact attach him to his back. The other day I was speculating whether that was something you'd be able to do, and in fact you can. So I love that. The glasses on this one are removable, unfortunately, so we'll have to see how well they stay on the figure. Hopefully that will not be an issue. You get various pouches and his medical bag and stuff that you can put around his midsection, or you can just have that kind of bulletproof vest look for him as well. He's got a flare gun, and he's got a taser. I wasn't sure what that was the other day when we saw it, but he's got a taser, which makes sense, you know. A guy who his job is to save people's lives. I don't think Doc's a pacifist quite like Lifeline was, but you know, I don't think any doctor really wants to go out and shoot people. So he's got a taser instead of a pistol, and then a flare gun instead of that mortar looking thing that the original figure had. We've got the Night Creeper, which looks really good, and then Jinx as well with her big giant arm tattoo. You know, if you like tattoos on your women, this is a figure you will check out. And then the deluxe Naugahyde with his buddy's pork belly and Yabo, or however you say the monkey's name. So again, all of those are available for pre-order now. Naugahyde actually looks a lot better than I initially thought. I like the detailing, the little extra things like the scars on his head when you take his hat off. He's also got a tattoo on his neck. He's got the Anarchy tattoo on his arm. So again, I think Hasbro, even though Naugahyde was not like a favorite Dreadnought of mine back in the day, I think Hasbro really has done a great job with this. The final thing revealed yesterday was that HMS Heatseek missile system, so not mobile missile system, but Heatseek, spelled H-E-E-T. So I don't know if Torch came up with the name for that one or what, but Heatseek is the name of that one. Which has the red missiles, which I think they said something like 9 inches long, so very big missiles. You've got a little removable panel on the back for controls, hooks on the back if you're his tank. If you were lucky enough to get a his tank, then this is something you might want to get. It comes with its own Techno Viper to launch the missiles. There should be a Techno Viper coming on a single card back, but this is an exclusive version with the missile system. So this one is going to run you, let's see, is this a typo? $74.99. What the? Yeah, $74.99. It has got a hefty price tag. You know, it's cool looking. And I guess to be fair, if you really want to look at it this way, as far as vehicles go for this line, the Trouble Bubble was, what, $55? And I would say this is bigger than that. And that, of course, had a figure as well. And then there's the Jeep, the Vamp Jeep that was $100. You know, these are all Pulse exclusives, which, of course, that adds on to the price. So I guess this coming in at $75. You know, the Vamp was bigger than this, but again, this I believe is bigger than the Trouble Bubble. So this is kind of coming in the middle between the Vamp and the Trouble Bubble. So definitely a hefty price tag that makes you think twice. You know, I don't know. I was on the fence because I think it's cool, but I don't really have space for it. So and with that price, I don't know. Now I've seen some of you, you know, complaining on social media, rightly so, because I mean, you know, that's a hefty price. No matter how you justify it, it's a hefty price. But I've seen some of you be like, well, why does Hasbro keep selling these just on Hasbro Pulse? And I can't really answer that, but you know, I got to tell you guys that, you know, if you go and you buy everything on Hasbro Pulse because Hasbro tells you to, if you pay the ridiculous $50 premium membership, which I know people will swear it's worth the money for free shipping. But here's the thing. You're setting a precedent that says, I'm willing to buy directly from Hasbro. So why would Hasbro go to a Big Bad Toy Store or an Entertainment Earth where they'd have to cut them in on the profits, essentially? Why not just sell directly to you if you're going to essentially say that's okay? So, you know, next time you decide to buy things that you could buy other places, you know, you might want to think twice. If you're buying that much stuff from Hasbro Pulse that paying $50 for free shipping is worth it to you, well, again, you're setting a precedent. And if you're going to do that, okay, but then don't later on go and complain about the prices on these things and be like, why is Hasbro only selling this on Hasbro Pulse? Because, again, a lot of you guys out there are setting that precedent. So just something to think about next time you decide, you know, where you're going to buy your figures from.
Hey!
back. Welcome back to the show. So we got up next some Marvel news for you guys. I got some Marvel Legend news for you. Not really like groundbreaking news, but just kind of recap. So Hasbro's Dan Young on Twitter announced that there will be pre-orders throughout the month of March for Marvel Legends of things that were shown off in their last live stream the other week. So I'm guessing probably everything that has not yet gone up for pre-order that was shown off in that live stream will in fact at some point in the month of March go up for pre-order. So let's just recap real quick the things that were shown that have not yet gone up for pre-order. And some of these we have dates for, or pretty sure we have dates for. So first off, we've got that Spider-Man animated series 2-pack with the Doctor Strange and Morbius, the VHS set, which is a Pulse exclusive. Now, in the live stream last month, you know, a week before the month was over, I'm pretty sure they said that was going to be going up for pre-order by the end of the month, which it didn't, because now we're in March. Today's March 1st, so we're in a new month. Even with that extra day in February, it didn't go up for pre-order at the end of the month. But I am guessing that it will probably be going up for pre-order very soon, so I kind of am expecting that to go up for pre-order sometime next week. That's my speculation. We'll just have to see, but I definitely feel like if you know, by chance it doesn't go up next week, it will be going up, you know, sometime in the month of March. But again, my best guess is sometime next week. Next up, we've got the 2 figures that are being sold as Walmart exclusives, which, you know, we pretty much know are going to be offered during the Walmart CollectorCon event. So that's the Spider-Man Retro Cardback Prowler figure, Spider-Man Animated Series Prowler figure, and the Secret Empire Captain America figure. So Walmart CollectorCon dates are March 14th and the 15th. So and likely both those figures will go up on the 14th. Probably, usually the CollectorCon events start around 9 or 10 a.m. Eastern time. So and I don't think those will sell out. But again, those likely are going to be going up on the 14th of this month. Then we have the Amazon exclusive 2-pack with Zola and the classic Baron Zemo figure. No idea when that's going to be going up for pre-order, but again, I do suspect it will be sometime this month. We've got the Target exclusive Spider-Man Animated Series Carnage figure. Again, no idea when that's going to be going up for pre-order, but I'm guessing this month. And I am thinking probably towards the end of this month, because we just got the Falcon figure that went up for pre-order the other day, the Captain America Sam Wilson figure. So I'm thinking Carnage will probably go up around the same time this month. So again, I'm expecting that one to be more towards the end of the month. Then we have as fan channel exclusives, and here's the little breakdown if you're still not familiar with what a fan channel retailer is. This is Hasbro's breakdown of them. But we've got the 2 fan channel exclusives. So we've got that Fantastic Four 2-pack, which has the Wolverine and Spider-Man, and then we have the Shield 3-pack with Nick Fury Jr., the Sharon Carter, and the Dum Dum Dugan. So looking at the Entertainment Earth Drop Zone page, it definitely looks like one of those 2 will be going up on the 19th. And then I think probably the other one will be going up on March 26th. So I'm less sure on the 26th date, but definitely something Marvel Legend related is going up on the 19th. So I'm thinking probably the Fantastic Four 2-pack on the 19th and the Shield 3-pack on the 26th. But again, that's kind of tentative, and we'll have to see how that plays out. So those are your items that are left from the live stream that have yet to go up for pre-order, and again, I suspect will be going up throughout the course of this month. And then Dan also suggested that we are going to get new reveals towards the end of this month. So I don't know if that means we're going to get another live stream at the end of this month. That would be cool if we did. It's possible, you know, especially if it's something like if they are going to now finally go on and reveal the Deadpool Wolverine movie wave. That's something I could see them doing through like Marvel.com or such. So again, it's not clear. We're definitely going to get some reveals of new stuff, but how much and how it's going to be revealed, that remains to be seen. And like I say, Dan Young just said the end of the month, but he didn't give specific dates or anything. So when more details come available on these dates and such, when things get locked in, I will be sure to let you guys know. Now, while we're on the subject of Walmart Collector Con, jumping over to Star Wars and Hasbro, I wanted to let you know that we've got that Mandalorian Night Owl figure that is expected to go up during the event, the Black Series figure. So this is something they had shown off in, I think, the last live stream for Star Wars. And again, this figure will be offered during the Walmart Collector Con starting on March 14th. And actually, I'm just seeing here that the time for the event is in fact 10 a.m. Eastern Time for the Collector Con. So if you want to make sure you're online the moment these things go up, set your alarm for 10 a.m. that day. Going back to G.I. Joe, so the other day when I was talking G.I. Joe, I was thinking that Slaughter's Marauders figures that leaked out were going to be Walmart Collector Con stuff that would go up during that event. And I was thinking they would go on and reveal those officially yesterday during the live stream. They did not do that. So I don't know if that means they're just going to reveal them, as we get closer to Collector Con, or if maybe they are not actually going to be offered at Walmart. Those, all we have are the images that leaked out. Hasbro's not yet officially talked about those figures yet. Now for you Transformer fans, I've got some news for you guys as well. So we had a couple of new sets that are being offered as Amazon exclusives that went up for pre-order this week from Hasbro. So the first one is features some Insecticons. We've got repaints of Bombshell and Shrapnel. So Chop Shop and Barrage are these guys' names with these kind of really bright colors to them. And then there's a third Micromaster figure included in this set as well. So that one's going to cost you $54.99. And then the second set that went up is titled the Doom and Destruction Collection, which features Breakdown and Windsweeper. Now that set also includes essentially repaint. So Breakdown is a repaint of Bulkhead, and the Deluxe G1 Target Master Windsweeper is a repaint of Needle Nose. So, and that one has a hefty price tag of $59.99. So, like I say, both of these sets, if you want to add them to your collection, are being offered as Amazon exclusives, and they are available for pre-order now. Also for you Transformer fans, just in case you were worried, the HasLab Transformer Omega Prime is now fully funded. All stretch goals have been unlocked. As I'm filming this, the campaign currently has 16,613 backers. So after it reached 16,000, that unlocked the second stretch goal for the stand. So now you get the sword and the stand if you decide you want to back this one. You still have got over 13 days to go until this campaign ends. So you've got some time to think about it if you want. But again, this campaign has been fully and successfully backed by you Transformer fans out there. In other Hasbro news, in an article in the Wall Street Journal this week, Hasbro's chief financial officer announced that Hasbro will be intensifying their cost-cutting measures to try and offset slumping toy sales. So you may recall the other week when they gave their earnings report for 2023, things were not looking good. They had about a 15% drop in revenue for the year, and so things weren't looking good. So Hasbro just a few months ago said that they were going to be cutting costs somewhere in the neighborhood of $350 to $400 million. But now they've increased that amount to $750 million. So they are going to get aggressive. Of course, one of the things that they did to do this, to cut these costs, is they laid off about 20% of their workforce. Hopefully they will not be doing that again, but you never know. They talked about the Nerf brand. They really didn't talk much about action figures in general in this article. They talked about things like their gaming division, which is where they're starting these cost-cutting measures, and then they talked about how they had identified like 40 cost-saving measures with their Nerf brand, and if they only implemented like 8 of the big ones, it would save them $10 million in things like packaging and using, I guess, cheaper plastic were things that were mentioned in the article as a way to do that. Now, if Hasbro, if you're listening, I've got a great idea for you. You might want to look over to your competitor, Todd McFarlane at McFarlane Toys, because I think he has the ultimate solution to cutting costs, and that is selling digital. Just, sell pictures of your toys. Don't bother with the physical stuff anymore. Get rid of the plastic altogether. You don't have to worry about packaging or anything like that. And, that will probably save you billions of dollars if you can convince people to buy pictures of your toys. So, again, look to your competitor and see what they're doing. And, maybe that will help you out next year when it comes to Wall Street. Now, speaking of McFarlane Toys, I've got some news on that front as well. So first of all, McFarlane Toys has announced that they're going to start doing Walking Dead figures again based on the AMC stuff. So I don't think any comic book stuff, but if you like Todd's original Walking Dead stuff, now it's not clear what kind of scales or whether these are going to be movie maniac type stuff or action figures, small action figures, big action figures. No details on any of that at this point, but they did announce that they have decided to start doing Walking Dead figures of some type in the near future. So of course, when more details become available on that, I will be sure to let you guys know. And if you're into hockey, Todd's also doing some new mascot figures to go along with the Sports Picks, actual players. So these figures cost $24.99 each. The first two that have gone up for pre-order are Carlton the Bear from the Toronto Maple Leafs and the mascot from the Montreal Canadiens as well. And I'm not even going to try and pronounce that character's name. So these are 8-inch. They're listed as vinyl mascots. Not terribly articulated, but if you're collecting the actual hockey figures, then this is something that you might want to check out. Last time I checked, you could get these either on the McFarlane store, and Entertainment Earth was also carrying them. And then besides G.I. Joe yesterday, we also got some new DC Multiverse pre-orders, 3 new Batman figures. Yes, Batman does apparently still sell because these figures have sold out pretty much everywhere. In fact, the only one that's even remotely still available that I've seen is the first appearance, Batman from Detective Comics with the purple gloves. You can still get that figure at Entertainment Earth, and it looks like it is also still available on the McFarlane store. But that one is sold out at Big Bad Toy Store and Amazon. And then the other 2 figures, the Nightfall Black and Gray Batman figure, that was the first to sell out, and that's sold out everywhere. And then the Knight's End Azrael Batman has also apparently sold out pretty much everywhere. So I feel like McFarlane has definitely cut back on the production numbers of these things, which is why these things are selling out so fast. Which of course then creates the psychological need to want to try and get it before it sells out, which that in turn increases demand. So it's all playing with your mind there. Now, it's possible Todd could come out and say that they'll make more of these available at a later time, but as I'm filming this, he has not yet done that, so we'll have to see. But again, Batman, if it's the right Batman, definitely seems to sell, especially with that Nightfall Black and Gray one, and even the Knight's End. And then, of course, I'm sure at least some of these will get Platinum Edition versions. And if Todd does a correct colored Nightfall Batman, repainting that Knight's End one with the correct blue colors, unlike the Walmart one they did, well, you know what?
That's what I do. I fuck with people. Turn on the light.
Yeah, why not make that a Platinum Edition? Why not make it harder to get so that we have to pay more money? I mean, it's just money, right? And speaking of money and spending a lot of it, NECA has released a preview image for their next diorama set. So this one is Donatello's Lab. So the first one that has already been released through the NECA store was the sewer lair, the living room area of the Turtles lair, which of course cost about $230. So that one was definitely not cheap. No word yet on what the price of this one's going to be, but it is going to be going up on the NECA store for pre-order starting on March 5th at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll get the sticker shocked in on this one. I'm not sure if this one is as big as the living room, so maybe it'll be a little bit cheaper, maybe not. Again, we'll just have to see. But again, if you got the sewer, if you got the living room, you probably are going to want to add this one as well. And again, if so, you want to be on the NECA store website starting on March 5th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, speaking of turtles, I talked about this the other day, but Playmates Toys has since released an updated image for these. So these are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Classic Original Sketch figures. So these are going to be sold individually at $11.99 each. They're supposed to be out this summer. And, these look pretty cool to me, so I definitely feel like these figures are going to sell quite well for Playmates. Now let's get into some wrestling action. So first of all, we've got a new Target store exclusive figure from Jazzwares for the AEW Revolution line. It is of Bryan Danielson. So again, this is being sold as a Target store exclusive. It is available now on the Target store website. And this one is going to cost you $20. And then also going up on Sunday, March 3rd, so this coming Sunday, is going to be a very limited release of a new Sting figure. So this is part of the Unrivaled collection. This figure is only being produced a total number of 3,000, so I expect this will probably sell out very quickly. Again, it is being released exclusively through the Shop AEW website. So if you want to get this figure, if you want to get your hands on it, I would be try to be online this coming Sunday. Now, they didn't give an exact time on when this is going up for pre-order on the website, so you'll just have to kind of keep an eye out for it. But like I say, if you're a fan of Sting, who obviously is a very popular wrestler, because they're only doing 3,000 of these, it probably will sell out fairly quickly. And then for you WWE fans, we've had a number of figures go up for pre-order this morning at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. So like if you're a fan of John Cena, Hulk Hogan, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, because it's not like we get enough figures of those guys, we've got the WWE Champions Wave 2 figures that have gone up for pre-order. We also have Top Picks 2024 Basics and Elites, the Ultimate Edition Wave 21, the Main Event Series 147, and Elite Series 109. So again, all of those figures from Mattel are now available for pre-order. And then for Masters of the Universe, it looks like that Masterverse Snout Spout figure that we saw back during San Diego Comic-Con could be going up for pre-order in the very near future. A listing has popped up on the Mattel Creations website that looks like the figure will be available starting on March 12th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, I do not know if this figure is going to be a Mattel Creations exclusive. I hope not, but it's possible that it might be. I've trying to reach out to see if I can get any more information, and if I hear anything, I'll let you guys know. Other figures that are possibly coming pretty soon are a new Eternia version of Cyclone. From what I can tell, Cyclone will be in a wave that will also see the release of Emperor Hordak and Evil Horde Leech, which I guess may be from the cartoon series. And the other figure in that wave, I believe, will be a new Thunder Punch He-Man. So I think that wave is probably going to end up going up sometime in early summer, so around maybe June. But definitely, Snout Spout, which is one I want to add to my collection. So again, looks like is going to be going up on March 12th on the Mattel Creations website. Mattel has announced an event where it looks like they're going to be showing off new products for various brands, including Jurassic Park, Masters of the Universe, WWE. This will be taking place on the Mattel Creations website. The dates for this is March 21st and the 22nd. So I'm guessing this is probably going to be their version of Toy Fair, which didn't happen this year. So we'll have to wait and see what they show off there. And one final thing from Mattel for you Jurassic Park fans, going up on the Target website this week is the Jurassic World Dennis Nedry 93 Classic Collection Track and Chase Pack. So Dennis there looks like has definitely been hitting the weights He is definitely pumped there, which is kind of funny. So, but that set's going to cost you $24.99 and is supposed to be out in April 28th. And again, it is currently available for pre-order on the Target store website. For you Street Fighter fans, Storm Collectibles has released official images for their new Street Fighter 6 Ryu figure. So this one's going to come with multiple pairs of hands, and then his Hadouken and Hadouken stand effect piece to mimic his ability. This will be offered at our sponsor Big Bad Toy Store, though as I'm filming this, the figure is not yet gone up for pre-order. And if you missed my video the other day, we also got a new updated image for the Jada Toys Street Fighter 112 scale M. Bison figure. This was listed on Amazon's website, but as far as I know of, it wasn't actually available for purchase. But it probably will be going up soon, so if you want to add that one to your collection, again, I expect pre-orders will be launching pretty soon on this one. Alright, well that's it for today's news. Now, as always, I'd like to ask you, beg you, plead with you, like this video. Also subscribe to the channel if you're new by hitting the subscription button, the bell notification, that way you're alerted every time I upload a new video. If you want to, you can also become a channel member, and I do have a direct link for that in the video description if you want to join and become a channel member. So, yep, that's it. That's pretty much all I'm going to ask for you guys. Though I will say, feel free to leave your comments on everything I talked about down, of course, in the comment section below. And then please, stay safe out there. Have a great weekend. And until next time, guys, I will catch you later. Thanks for watching today's video. Now, if you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button. Also hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. For all the latest action figure news, be sure to head over to ToyNewsEye.com, MarvelousNews.com, JediInsider.com, and TFormers.com. And remember, action figures are great,